Building on the story of Hang 'em High, which delves into themes of justice and redemption in the Old West, the film features a strong cast led by Clint Eastwood as Jed Cooper, a man wrongly accused of murder who seeks justice. Alongside him, Inga Stevens plays a resilient widow offering crucial support, while Ed Bagley portrays a ruthless gang leader, and Pat Hingle appears as a steadfast federal judge. The movie captures the gritty struggles of frontier life and the fight for fairness amidst lawlessness. Amid this backdrop, one character's story stands out: the actress who played the first of Eastwood's romantic interests but met a tragic fate. Her role added emotional depth to the film, illustrating how love and loss intertwine in a harsh environment. Her life outside the screen ended tragically, making her story even more compelling. This connection between her real life and her character's storyline continues to resonate with fans and historians alike. After being falsely accused of a crime, Jed Cooper finds himself targeted by a gang of men who try to lynch him. Fortunately, Marshal Dave Bliss and Judge Adam Fenton arrive just in time to save him from the mob. They rescue Cooper and take him to safety, giving him a second chance at life. Despite the danger, Cooper is determined to clear his name and find justice. Marshal Bliss offers Cooper a job as a federal marshal, trusting his courage and sense of right. The only condition is that Cooper must not seek revenge on those who wronged him. However, as Cooper begins his work, he soon discovers that the men involved in his false accusation are also linked to other crimes in the area. This discovery fuels his desire to bring those responsible to justice, even if it means bending the rules. Cooper's fight becomes more than about clearing his own name. It's about stopping the criminal behavior and ensuring that justice is served. He faces many challenges along the way, but his resolve remains strong. Throughout his journey, he learns that sometimes doing the right thing requires courage and perseverance. Cooper's story shows that even when wrongly accused, a person can stand up for justice and help make the world a safer place. His efforts highlight the importance of integrity and standing up for what is right, despite obstacles and temptations to give in to revenge. In the end, Cooper's actions reveal that true justice is about more than just punishing the guilty. It's about restoring peace and trust in the community. After working diligently throughout late 1966 and 1967 to dub the famous Dollars trilogy for English audiences, Clint Eastwood faced a mix of emotions. Although he gained recognition from his work on these films, the numerous interviews and constant attention made him feel angry and frustrated. During this time, Eastwood's reputation as a tough, no-nonsense actor grew considerably. This newfound stardom opened doors for more roles where he could play the strong, stoic hero. As his popularity increased, he became known for his roles as a rugged and fearless character, aligning perfectly with the image he wanted to project. His work on the Dollar trilogy helped solidify his place in Hollywood and made him a household name. These films also marked the beginning of his rise from a supporting actor to a leading star. With each role, Eastwood's confidence grew, and he was able to choose projects that fit his tough guy persona. His stardom allowed him to control his career more and pursue films that showcased his rugged style. Over time, Eastwood's status as a major star made him one of the most recognizable figures in the film industry, leading to even bigger opportunities. His experience during this period showed that hard work and dedication could turn an actor's career around, and it set the stage for his future success. As his fame grew, he continued to develop his reputation as a tough and dependable hero in westerns and action movies. Eastwood's journey from frustration to stardom is a story of perseverance and determination, and it played a key role in shaping his iconic career. His transition from dubbing work to main star exemplified how persistence can lead to incredible opportunities in Hollywood. The popularity he gained during this time laid the foundation for many successful films that followed, including the 1968 movie Hang 'em High, which showcased his tough image and cemented his place as a Hollywood legend. To begin with, Irving Leonard, who managed Eastwood's business affairs, delivered the script for Hang 'em High to the actor. This script was seen as a unique story that combined elements from different Western genres. It was considered a mix between the traditional television Western, Rawhide, which focused on rugged characters and frontier challenges, and the style of Sergio Leone's Western films, known for their dramatic storytelling and iconic visual style. Despite offers from the William Morris Agency to star Eastwood in a much larger project called McKenna's Gold, Eastwood felt a strong connection to Hang 'em High. He believed this film suited his style and career goals better. Eastwood decided to take the role in Hang 'em High, signing a contract that earned him $400,000 upfront. Additionally, he negotiated a share of the film's profits, receiving 25% of the net earnings, which meant he would gain more money if the movie did well at the box office. This decision showed Eastwood's confidence in the project, and his desire to shape his career as a lead actor in Western films. The film became an important part of his career, showcasing his ability to choose scripts that reflected his style and preferences. Through his commitment to Hang 'em High, he demonstrated that he valued projects that allowed him to connect with the story and his audience, even when bigger opportunities appeared. The film's success also helped solidify his reputation as a major star in Western movies. Overall, Irving Leonard's role in presenting the script and Eastwood's choice to prioritize Hang 'em High over other offers played a crucial part in shaping the film's production and Eastwood's career in Western cinema. After achieving great success with the Dollar Trilogy, Clint Eastwood and his team decided to start their own production company to have more control over their projects. With the financial resources he gained from the successful films, Irving Leonard, who was a trusted producer and close associate of Eastwood, helped him in setting up this new company. They chose the name Malpaso Company, which was inspired by Malpaso Creek, located on Eastwood's property in Monterey County, California. This name reflected the personal connection Eastwood had to the area and symbolized a new beginning in his filmmaking career. The establishment of Malpaso Company allowed Eastwood to produce and star in movies like Hang 'em High with more independence and creative freedom. It became a platform for many of his future films, giving him the ability to choose projects that aligned with his vision. The company's foundation marked a significant step in Eastwood's transition from actor to producer, helping him shape his career behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera. As a testament to his growing influence in Hollywood, Malpaso Company proved to be a successful venture that supported his goal of creating meaningful films with personal significance. This move also signaled his desire to be more involved in the business side of filmmaking, ensuring that he could produce movies that fit his style and values. Over time, Malpaso became a well-known name in the film industry, helping Eastwood produce a wide variety of movies that have left a lasting impact on audiences around the world. First, the film Hang 'em High is set in the Oklahoma Territory, but the actual filming locations were not limited to that area. Instead, the production team started their location scouting in Las Cruces, New Mexico, on May 25, 1967. They chose this area because of its suitable landscape and scenery that could effectively stand in for Oklahoma. The filming began on June 27, 1967, and took place in various locations around Las Cruces to capture the rugged, expansive feel of the American West. In addition to the outdoor shots, interior scenes were filmed at MGM Studios, where controlled environments could be created to support the story. One of the key scenes, the hanging scene, was filmed on June 29, 1967, next to the Rio Grande, which provided the authentic backdrop necessary to give the scene a realistic tone. The choice of these locations was essential in creating the atmosphere of that time and setting, making the film more believable and visually striking. The combination of outdoor sites in Las Cruces, the scenic White Sands area nearby, and the controlled interiors at MGM Studios contributed to the overall production quality of Hang 'em High, helping it become a memorable film in its genre. Before directing Hang 'em High, Ted Post had only made 3 theatrical films over a span of 18 years. Most of his work was in television, where he developed a strong sense of storytelling and visual style. For this film, Post was influenced by the work of Sergio Leone, a famous director known for his Western movies. Leone's style often included close-up shots that created intimacy or tension, as well as a brooding mood that made the stories more intense. Post adopted some of these techniques to make his film more engaging and to unsettle viewers. He used close-up shots of characters' faces to show their emotions clearly and to create a feeling of suspense. The setting of the film also contributed to the atmosphere. Derelict buildings, dusty scenes, and the swirling dust and tumbleweeds added a rough, desolate look to the story. The sounds of wind and nature further built an unsettling mood, making scenes feel more alive and tense. These visual and auditory elements work together to immerse the audience into the gritty, harsh world of the Western genre. Despite his limited experience with theatrical films at the time, Post's style in Hang 'em High shows a clear influence of Leone's filmmaking approach, emphasizing mood, detail, and emotional intensity. His techniques helped to make the movie stand out in the Western genre, engaging viewers with a tense, brooding atmosphere and striking imagery. After exploring the history of Western stars, it is important to understand how the movie Hang 'em High fits into the history of this genre. The film represents the fourth phase of Western stars, a period that brought new ideas and styles to the Western story. In the first phase, silent film stars like William S. Hart appeared on screen, showing rugged heroes and adventures set mostly in rural America. These movies focused on brave and honorable characters facing tough challenges. The second phase included singing cowboys like Gene Autry, who brought a lighter, more cheerful tone to Western films during the difficult times of the Great Depression. Their movies often had singing and entertaining stories that lifted people's spirits. The third phase saw actors like John Wayne, who played serious and strong characters, reflecting the mood of the post-war era. These movies often dealt with themes of justice, morality, and tradition, capturing the nation's hopes and struggles after the war. The fourth phase, which is represented by actors like Clint Eastwood, brought a new kind of cowboy to the screen. These westerns showed more realistic and earnest stories, focusing on the modern cowboy facing complex problems. This phase revitalized the genre, making it more relevant to contemporary audiences while preserving the traditional Western themes. Hang 'em High, as part of this latest phase, reflects how Western movies evolved from simple adventure tales to serious stories about morality and identity, keeping the genre fresh and interesting for new generations. During the production of the 1968 movie Hang 'em High, a significant clash occurred between producer Leonard Freeman and director Ted Post. Freeman, eager to oversee the film's progress, issued several orders directly on the set. However, Eastwood, who played the lead role, was uncomfortable with Freeman's micromanagement. When Freeman tried to override or give instructions that conflicted with Post's direction, Eastwood intervened, making it clear that the producer's interference was unacceptable. He warned Freeman that if he kept interfering, there would be serious consequences, including the possibility of Freeman leaving the set entirely. This confrontation made Freeman realize that his presence was causing tension, and he decided to leave the set rather than continue to clash with the director and actors. Freeman's departure marked a turning point in the film's production, highlighting the underlying tensions between management and creative personnel during the filming process. The disagreement between Freeman and Post underscored the importance of respecting the director's authority and the need for collaboration to ensure a smooth production. Despite the conflicts, the film was completed and released, but the incident remains a notable example of how power struggles can impact filmmaking. This clash reflected major issues in Hollywood productions, showing that even in a period of calm, creative disputes could quickly escalate and alter the course of a movie's making. After watching Clint Eastwood in the film Hang 'em High, Inga Stevens was initially unfamiliar with his work. She had never heard of him before taking on her role in the movie. However, as they spent time working together on the set, she grew to like him. Their relationship developed beyond the usual professional boundaries, and during filming, they began an affair. This close connection added a layer of complexity to their interactions and created a strong bond fueled by their shared experiences during the shoot. Once filming concluded, Inga Stevens was so impressed with Eastwood that she approached the director, Ted Post, with a request. She asked him to consider her for future roles that might include work with Eastwood. Her interest was not only in working again, but also in continuing to collaborate with Eastwood, showing her admiration for his talent, and possibly hoping to strengthen their relationship beyond the initial affair. Her feelings for Eastwood and her desire to work with him again reflected her respect for his acting and her hope for future opportunities that could bring them back together professionally and personally. The film Hang 'em High, thus, was not only a notable Western in its genre, but also a significant moment in her career, influenced heavily by her personal connection with Eastwood. Following their notable roles together, Ed Bagley and Inga Stevens saw their lives take tragic turns. Both actors faced untimely deaths in April 1970, leaving a somber mark on Hollywood history. Ed Bagley, known for his work in various film and television roles, died of a heart attack at the age of 69. His death marked the end of a career that spanned many years and included appearances that resonated with audiences. Inga Stevens, a talented actress recognized for her compelling performances, took her own life at the age of 35, an event that shocked fans and fellow actors alike. Her tragic end was especially poignant because she was the first of three leading ladies who worked with Clint Eastwood to die painfully early. The following years saw the deaths of other Eastwood romantic partners, including Gene Seberg and Elizabeth Hartman, both of whom died under tragic circumstances as well. The deaths of Bagley and Stevens highlighted the fragile and often troubled lives behind Hollywood fame, and left a lasting impression on those who admired their work. Their stories remind us of the harsh reality faced by some actors despite their success on screen. After its release in 1968, the movie Hang 'em High received high praise from critics and audiences alike, becoming a major success at the box office. Many viewers appreciated its engaging story and the strong performances by the cast, especially Clint Eastwood. Directed by Ted Post, the film was considered a classic Western and was celebrated for its exciting action scenes and compelling storytelling. The plot follows Clint Eastwood's character, Jed Cooper, a man who is wrongly accused of cattle rustling and is subjected to a brutal lynching by a gang. Despite this harsh start, Jed survives and is left with scars, both physical and emotional. As the story unfolds, Jed becomes determined to seek justice. He joins the authorities and is appointed as a federal marshal, where he works to bring the criminals to justice and clear his name. Eastwood's portrayal of Jed Cooper was praised for its strength and depth, making the character a memorable hero in Western film history. The film's success helped to cement Clint Eastwood's reputation as a leading star in Western movies and showcased his ability to carry a film that combines action, drama, and moral questions. Overall, Hang 'em High remains a significant film from 1968, inspiring viewers to revisit this classic and appreciate its place in film history. Its themes of justice, revenge, and resilience continue to resonate, and Clint Eastwood's performance remains a highlight that draws audiences back to watch again and again. After a tense and dramatic event, Marshal Dave Bliss, played by Ben Johnson, becomes a central figure in the story of Hang 'em High. He is known for his bravery and sense of justice, especially when he steps in to save Jed Cooper from a mob that is ready to lynch him. Cooper's life is at stake, and Bliss's quick actions prevent a tragic mistake. Instead of letting the mob take justice into their own hands, Bliss takes custody of Cooper and ensures he is brought to fair trial. Recognizing Cooper's innocence and the unfairness he faced, Bliss offers him a new start by giving him a job as a federal marshal. This gesture shows Bliss's belief in justice and second chances. Meanwhile, Judge Adam Fenton, played by Pat Hingle, also plays an important role in the story. Fenton is a wise and fair judge who believes in the law and justice. He helps save Cooper from wrongful punishment and shares a similar view to Bliss in wanting justice to be done properly. After the dangerous event, Judge Fenton offers Cooper the same job opportunity as a federal marshal, but with a clear condition. The judge emphasizes that Cooper must not seek revenge, understanding that revenge can only lead to more harm and violence. Fenton's words and actions highlight the importance of following the law and controlling one's emotions. Both Bliss and Fenton show a deep respect for justice, kindness, and second chances. Their decisions and support transform Cooper's life, giving him hope and a chance to rebuild after the wrongful accusations. Their characters and actions make a lasting impact on the story, demonstrating the power of mercy and proper justice in the face of chaos and violence. Later in 1968, the William Morris Agency expressed interest in having Clint Eastwood star in a larger film called McKenna's Gold. They believed this project would give him a big chance to become a major star with a big production. However, Eastwood was more interested in the script for Hang 'em High. He felt that this film suited him better and wanted to take the role. The production company behind Hang 'em High was Malpaso Company. This company was named after Malpaso Creek, which is a small stream that runs through Eastwood's property in Monterey County. Eastwood chose to work on Hang 'em High because he liked the story and the character he would play. The film was made under the Malpaso banner, which became Eastwood's own production company. This shows how Eastwood valued the script and the project himself, even when bigger offers came his way. The choice to focus on Hang 'em High helped Eastwood build a strong reputation as a serious actor and producer. Because of this decision, he continued to pursue more projects that satisfied his artistic and personal interests. The connection between Malpaso Creek, Eastwood's property, and his film company highlights how personal elements influenced his career choices during this time. This decision set the stage for many more movies he would make with Malpaso Company in the future. It also shows how actors and studios sometimes prefer smaller, meaningful projects over bigger ones that might not fit their goals or style. Eastwood's smart choice to stick with Hang 'em High proved to be an important step in his career, helping him to become a successful actor and producer who valued quality and personal connection over size or fame. First, scouts began searching for suitable filming locations in Las Cruces, New Mexico, starting on May 25, 1967. During this time, they explored various sites to find the perfect spot that would fit the story of Hang 'em High, paying close attention to the landscape and natural features that could bring authenticity to the film. As they explored, they discovered a specific tree that would become iconic in the movie, especially for the hanging scene. This tree was located near the area and was chosen because of its size, shape, and position, which helped create a powerful and memorable image for the scene. Later, on June 29, 1967, the filmmakers returned to film the actual hanging scene beside the Rio Grande. This location was ideal because of its scenic beauty and the flowing river, which added to the dramatic effect. However, over time, changes in the environment and natural erosion have meant that neither the specific tree nor the river scene used in the film still exist as they did when originally filmed. Today, the original natural settings are no longer recognizable, and the landscape has shifted due to weather, natural growth, and other environmental factors. This process is common for outdoor film locations and highlights the fleeting nature of real landscapes used in movies. Despite these changes, the scene remains a significant part of the film's history and legacy, reminding viewers of the painstaking effort involved in choosing and filming such impactful scenes. The authenticity captured in that location helped bring the story to life for audiences, emphasizing the importance of careful location scouting and filmmaking. Since the film Hang 'em High was released in 1968, director Ted Post incorporated a range of visual and narrative techniques that reflected a strong influence from Sergio Leone, a renowned filmmaker known for his work in spaghetti westerns. Post used quick push-ins on characters' faces to emphasize their emotions and create intense close-up shots that heightened the emotional impact of key scenes. This technique helped to draw viewers deeper into the characters' thoughts, making their experiences more personal and immediate. Additionally, Post adopted a brooding mood throughout the film, using lighting and shadows to evoke feelings of tension, danger, and uncertainty. This somber atmosphere was a hallmark of Leone's westerns, where dark shadows and stark contrasts contributed to a sense of foreboding. Unsettling editing played a significant role as well, with abrupt cuts and pacing that kept the audience on edge, enhancing the sense of chaos and moral ambiguity present in the story. Leone's influence also extended to Post's choice of camera angles and composition, which often framed characters against expansive or desolate backgrounds, emphasizing themes of loneliness and the harsh realities of the Western frontier. These techniques combined to create a gritty, intense style that set Hang 'em High apart from traditional westerns, reflecting the influence of Leone's innovative approach. The overall visual tone of the film, with its focus on mood and emotional expression, showcases how Ted Post synthesized Leone's stylistic trademarks into his direction, shaping the distinct style and immersive atmosphere of the movie. During the filming of the 1968 movie Hang 'em High, Inga Stevens developed a close relationship with Clint Eastwood, which went beyond professional boundaries and turned into a genuine affair. This relationship was kept somewhat discreet, but became known among those involved in the production. Stevens was very impressed with Eastwood's acting and charisma, and she expressed her desire to work with him again in future projects, showing her admiration for his talent and personality. Her feelings for Eastwood added a new layer of complexity to the filming process, creating a more intense atmosphere on set. At the same time, there was tension behind the scenes involving the producer, Leonard Freeman, and the director, Ted Post. Freeman and Post had disagreements over certain directing choices and the overall direction of the film. As conflicts grew more heated, Eastwood stepped in to mediate the situation, trying to calm tensions and find a solution. His intervention was pivotal, and it successfully prevented the clash from escalating further. Recognizing the seriousness of the conflicts, Freeman decided to leave the set permanently, ending his involvement with the production. This act brought a significant shift in the film's production dynamics, leaving the remaining team to continue without Freeman and under new arrangements. The personal interactions among cast members and the behind-the-scenes struggles all contributed to making Hang 'em High a memorable film, not only for its story, but also for the real-life drama playing out during its creation. The threads of relationships, mediation, and conflicts highlight the complex human elements that often accompany filmmaking. Throughout this period, Eastwood's role went beyond acting. He became a key figure in managing conflicts and maintaining a sense of unity among the crew. The affair between Stevens and Eastwood remained a topic of interest among those who knew about it, and Stevens expressed her hope to collaborate with Eastwood again, hinting at a desire for a continued professional relationship despite personal matters. Ultimately, the production of Hang 'em High was marked by a mixture of personal relationships, leadership struggles, and professional ambitions that made it more than just a Western film. The events that unfolded during its filming reveal the human side of movie making, where personal and professional lives often intertwine in complex ways. Although Hang 'em High is a Western film from 1968 directed by Ted Post and starring Clint Eastwood, the film itself does not directly involve Gene Seberg or Elizabeth Hartman. However, discussing their lives and careers adds depth to understanding the era's Hollywood landscape. Gene Seberg, who played the leading lady in Paint Your Wagon, a musical film from 1969 starring Eastwood, faced tragic circumstances later in life. She died from an overdose of barbiturates in 1979, which was a significant loss to the film community. Her death highlighted the struggles she faced with fame and personal issues, reflecting the harsh realities many actors battled behind the scenes. Conversely, Elizabeth Hartman, another talented actress who starred as Eastwood's leading lady in The Beguiled, a film from 1971, experienced her own tragic fate. She jumped from her fifth-story apartment window in 1987, which shocked her fans and friends. Hartman's death was a tragic result of her mental health struggles, which were often not widely understood or adequately addressed at that time. Both actresses left behind remarkable yet painful legacies, reminding us of the difficulties faced by performers in Hollywood amid fame, mental health challenges, and personal tragedies. Their lives intertwined with a broader narrative of film history, including the movies of the 1960s and 1970s like Hang 'em High, which remains a classic Western filled with action, moral conflict, and the tough frontier spirit. Their stories show how even shining stars are sometimes shadowed by personal battles, making their contributions to cinema all the more